What's going on, guys? Well, we're back with another video, and today, guys, we are specifically going to talk about the best setups for you guys who are new to the game, and for you guys who, played a little while, but you still don't understand some of the, better techniques of shifting your march and how the marches line up. You're still kind of vague about that. Well, we have a video just for you guys, and we're going to go over all the screenshots of some of the different formations that you guys can do. There are a lot more, trust me. There are many people out there that really dissect this stuff, but we're going to get into it today for your best benefit. So if you guys are interested to find out more about these techniques, stay tuned to the video, guys. What's going on, guys? Well, for all you who are new to the game, congratulations, man. I hope you guys are enjoying War and Order. If you guys are wondering more about some simple battle tactics and even a little bit of some advanced techniques about how you can maximize your march, because maybe you guys are marching on an enemy and you're getting quite a bit of deads. You're like, man, these cavalry are dying fast. And yeah, they do die fast. And, like, how can I set up my troop type to where I can get more kills and less deads and stuff like that? If you guys are in that position, man, stay tuned to the video. I'm going to go over some key features that I learned over time in the game. Yes, I used to play it way back in the day. And so yeah, stay tuned, guys. All right. So first up, we are going to talk about the way that the troops line up. As you can see beside me, you have the blue, which is the even tier, and the odd tier is the red that lines up on the right. Okay, how I know that is because I assigned 10 to the ones that were odd and 20 to the ones that were even. So that's what you'll notice is 20 and then 10. All right, now what you'll notice is 4 all the way across the board. So it always lines up with cavalry, infantry, infantry, cavalry, and then mage, infantry, infantry, mage. And the reason that is because, the infantry goes towards, the opponent, and the archers hit the infantry, which is usually why archers are really good, against infantry. The cavalry tend to go forward, move towards the edges, and then go inward. But the mage usually counter the cavalry. So, when you start getting up into the high levels like C35 and plus, a lot of people use cavalry because of the bonus for the attack bonus. They're not really good when you very first start off. You guys are going to notice they die really, really quick. But in the later game, they do have a very, very good purpose in that. So, mage is important with cavalry, but you guys have to understand, if you scout the base in which you're going to attack, or the castle you're going to attack, what you need to understand is how their formation is going to go. So if you're looking at the report, they have a whole bunch of infantry, and not really a lot of cavalry, that's a key factor. If they have more odds than they have even, then you need to know that they're going to line up on one side as opposed to your other side. So you have to kind of overload one side or counter it. These are questions, things that we have to learn over time inside of a battle so that we don't lose a whole bunch. And so that's what we're going to go over today, okay? So this is the basic formation. Now let's go into the next one. If you have this basic formation that I just saw, but you add angels, your angels line up in the middle like this, right? So your angels are kind of protected, and when you get into the high levels, your angels have really, really strong power. So they're definitely good troops to have, for a powerful hit. They have high attack, let's just say that much. Okay, so this one, what happens if I don't put in, let's say, a cavalry, right? So we have our even on this side, we have our odd, but I did not put in an odd cavalry unit. It just left a blank. Why? Because everything tends to shift towards the left. And we're going to see that here in a second. Everything always shifts to the left, which is towards really the even side, which is why attacking units are usually like even tiered, which is why a lot of people use them, T10 units, T12 units, stuff like that. Anyway, my point being is that now you've left open a gap, and so mage will attack mage, or their cavalry will come and attack your mage. That's not good, right? That's definitely not good. So this comes to the final factor that we're going to go over. The rest of the pictures are how to shift what you see. So you notice how these things shifted. Let's see how this one shifts. Okay, guys. So with this right here, what you're noticing is that I have my mage, archers, mage, right? But now I only have one infantry type, which is the odd tier infantry only. What did this do? Well, normally, right, it would be right here would be your even tiered cavalry, your even tiered infantry, your odd tiered infantry, and your odd tiered cavalry. But what happened here, guys? That's not what happened. Noticed right here that your odd tier cavalry, they switched all the way over here. And when they switched, your even tiered right here shifted over. Sorry for all those different stuff, but needless to say, that's what's happening here, is that there's a shift. So now what you're seeing is the fact that there is two different cavalry on one side. So this right here is two cavalry on the same side with an infantry right here. That's a switch. So if you wanted to get cavalry, that's one way to do it. You wouldn't put in any even tiered. I wouldn't recommend that, but I mean, it just depends on what the battle is, but you would not put in any even tiered infantry. Let's go to the next one. Okay. Now with the same thing, notice we have even tiered infantry, odd tier infantry, but this time we didn't put any even tiered cavalry. What happened? The odd tier cavalry shift over. Once again, always shift into this side, right? So now we have this gap once again. So there's a shift going on. You see the rhyme and reason that's going on here? Okay, let's go to the next one. Right here, the back line. This is probably more important of the shift because our back line is our weakest line. We want our front line to be strong to take the damage, but our back line can't get hammered. So right here, we have our infantry, even and odd, and we have our cavalry, right? But this time, we're going to do something a little bit different. This time, we are not going to put any odd-tiered archers. So what did that do? Let me erase this real quick. What did it do? Here is your even-tiered, right? Notice it's in the odd spot, though. Remember? This is the barrier. It's in the odd because it shifted over, right? Because what happened? When there was no odd-tier archers that were supposed to go in that spot, it shifted the archers over here. It shifted the mage to here. And the odd-tier mage went to this side. Now, how could that work in your benefit? Well, the benefit is that odd tier does a lot of damage against cavalry. So if they have a lot of even tier cavalry or they're strong on this side, now your odd tier mage can really do damage along with your even tiered mage, right? And your archers are going to be attacking the infantry. And so this spot right here is kind of protected because the archers, once again, stronger than the mage, are definitely going to, be attacking those type of units, right? That's one of the things that's good. All right, let's go to the next one. So right here, you can see we line up all the same, but this time, right, we have our odd mage, even mage, odd archers. So what do you notice? What happened? The odds are right where they're supposed to be, right, in this barrier, but we didn't use any even tiered archers, right? So that means that the mage shifted over one spot, right? And now the odds go over once again. So now we have an odd, an even, and an odd. And what this does is depending on your fight style or whatever, allows you to shift your powerful units, or the ones that you have the most, especially with mage, you know what I mean, to one side so that your infantry, your even tiered infantry that you have a bunch of 35, 40%, you know what I mean, those are going to be in the front taking the absorption while your back line fires off like this, right? So you're kind of flanking, in other words. I mean, that's the best way to put it, is to flank. All right, guys? This one, we have the even tiered mage only. So we have our front line right here as normal. We have our even tier, odd tier, and all we're doing is just missing our odd tier mage. So it just left the gap. So the whole point of this is like, you can clearly see that the only type of shifting that you're going to be able to do, you can't shift these to this side. It doesn't work. They always shift to the even side. So the only shifting that you can really do here, and I was just showing this for reference or whatever, is pretty much plainly speaking, having your odd go towards the even side. That's what that's for. Okay, guys. And last, I want to just finish up. I know I don't want to keep you guys too much longer, but you want to try to run at least, you know, a good amount of infantry, and you want it to be even tier because it soaks up the most mage damage. You can put a couple cavalry in there because, one, they're going to die quick. They won't die in bulk. They just offset for just a couple seconds so that the marches line up straight. But what you want to do is just add them in there for your little bonus for, you know, the time being. And then you really, really want to hammer them with your back line. And that's where you have to figure out which one you have the most of, odd or even. If you have a lot of odd, you need to shift them over by one, deleting one of the archers, mainly one of the archers, and then that way it'll shift over to the other side. I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say. I hope the video was helpful for you. Until next time, guys, peace.